Welcome to Q1 Market Stats. Now, last year was doom and gloom. The world was going to end. We're heading into a housing recession, blah, blah, blah. But then all of a sudden, Q1 hits and the market takes off like a rocket ship. The reason being is we are tied to these rent cycles. Most people's leases come due end of March, April, May, and first part of June. And that's why the market shifts so fast and so quick. Now, we still have a tale of two cities going on, the high-rise market and boutique buildings. But with more people going back to work, we are seeing that the downtown market is doing better than we anticipated. Now, this spring is not as hot as last spring. It's still a good market, just not as good. We're seeing things take a little bit longer. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at the stats. Now remember, this information is only for the downtown markets, which goes from the South Loop up to Lakeview, and then from North Center all the way down to the West Loop. We pulled this information from InfoSparks, which gets its information directly from the MLS to make sure that you have the most accurate data available. Let's look at sales price. On average, sales price was up 2.73%, with Lakeview performing the best at being up 8.3%, and the Loop being the worst at being down 3.4%. Let's look at average market time. On average, property sat on the market for 37 days in the first quarter, whereas the West Loop had the longest market time at 67 days, and North Center clocked in at the lowest market time at 12 days. Let's look at months of inventory, which just so happens to be my favorite stat. On average, we have 3.2 months of inventory in the city, with the near north side reigning supreme, winning the belt that nobody wants to win at 5.2 months of inventory, and Lakeview having the least amount of inventory at 2 months. Let's look at closings, the one that matters the most. Closings were down 25%. That's a big drop off. The South Loop was hit the hardest. Their closings were down 32.6%, and the near north was down the least amount. They were still negative at 19.6%. Every single area was down from last year this time. First quarter was good, just not as good as last year. Stay tuned to see how Q2 plays out.